want to talk particularly about New Clause 32, which is about a victim's right in relation to data. I wasn't sure I'd be able to table this amendment because the court case that it referred to took place last Thursday. A year ago, a man started emailing my office with his concerns about my politics and the issues that I was working on. Like all of us, when we get constituents, I read them, but I filed them, I did not respond. Then I was called by my local social services because that man had decided, because he disagreed with my views, I was not a fit mother for my children. He had reported me, an investigation had taken place, and whilst it had cleared me, my children and I now have a social services record. When I went to the police about the matter, they said he had a right to express his opinions in that way. I challenged it because of my work on stalking, and I understood that somebody who could report in that way and use a malicious report to harm somebody was clearly dangerous. In coming forward, further reports came out revealing that this man had continued his campaign of harassment. I am deeply grateful for the cross-party support for this amendment today, because whilst this man has now been convicted of harassment, his ability to target my family continues because the record continues. At present, there is no way of removing a clearly malicious and false accusation from somebody's record made to a third-party organisation. In tabling this amendment, I recognise it's not just those of us in the public eye who may be targeted in this way. We see in many cases of stalking people who fixate and use reporting mechanisms to damage their victims. I've had no support or help from Parliament or anybody within the parliamentary process for this, for the welfare of myself or my children. But now I want to stand up for everybody who's been through this process. And I ask the Minister to look at this, because victims of clearly malicious reports must have the opportunity to have the record corrected. Too often people will say there is no smoke.